Dan, we have met over 15 years ago by now. One of our very first encounters ever was you and me playing a game on Turtle Rock, and I know you love this story. Yes, little Roddy got a little angry. I was a little too passionate about the Warcraft 3 video game, and you're so proud you won that game. And I was a little bit on edge, but we spoke about it, we got over it, and throughout the years I was always like, you know what, this Dennis dude, he's all right. And we became better friends over time. We started spending more time together in Germany. And I still remember when you left your full-time job at ESL, you're like, Kev, I'm gonna do this thing myself. I'm gonna start my own company. I'm like, I don't know, mate. But man, it turned out in such a big way. I genuinely mean it when I say that I probably would not be half the StarCraft 2 caster right now, or a StarCraft 2 caster period, if it wasn't for you. You're the one who pushed me. Like, I didn't even want to do it, but you pushed me into casting HomeStory Cup 1. And it's safe to say that I had a great time, and from that point on I started casting more and more. Without you, I wouldn't have had the career that I had. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, but above all, I thank you for being a fantastic person and one of the best friends I've ever had. Thank you, Dennis, and keep going, matey.
And Dennis, you've done such a good job curating this event, and thank you so much for the invitation to come.
Thank you, Dennis, for the best HomeStory Cup ever.
Very warm, very sweaty, but absolutely amazing.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you very much, Dennis.
HomeStory Cup is my vitamin.
That's an amazing event.
Wish you the best and hope you make even more.
Dennis, thanks for inviting me to the last moment to the tournament.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, Dennis.
Dennis, I think what you do is amazing. You are one of the hardest workers in esports, and I truly mean that. You've been building what you believe in for such a long time from the very bottom up. And it's so important to have people like you in esports today, that behind the scenes it's very difficult, pulling off the events is so hard, and motivating people to do and execute on the vision that you have. I completely get it, and it is not an easy job. And I think what you do and what this event has really shown is that you are such a unique and important person to StarCraft, to esports, and just thank you. Thank you for everything you've done. I've known you for such a long time now. Everyone here has known you for such a long time. We all respect what you do, and really, we love you, and thank you for all the hard work you've put into this.
Thank you, Dennis.
Also, ich überlege noch. Thanks as always to Dennis for an amazing HomeStory Cup.
It's really amazing, so thank you for that.
You're an absolute legend for making this happen, man.
Thank you, Dennis. Best HomeStory Cup ever.
Dennis, thank you very much for so many years.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you so much, Dennis, for creating these awesome tournaments.
Thanks so much for having me at HomeStory Cup. This truly was the greatest tournament of the year.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Dennis, for organizing this amazing cup once again.
Thank you so much, Dennis, for another amazing HomeStory Cup, and here's to many, many more.
Dennis, thank you so much. You're awesome.
Dennis, big thanks to you for making this crazy event.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, Dennis, for inviting me to come HomeStory Cup.
Thank you, TaKe.
Thank you, Dennis, for an absolutely awesome event. I hope to see more of this.
Well, then, you know, I love you ever since the first time I came here in around Christmas time, 2012. I've stayed at your place many times, Heart of the Swarm launch, Legacy of the Void launch. I stayed at you with Daisy and Targa to make sure that you get to Grandmaster, which, by the way, never happened, and I'm sure you still regret that as well. You've always taken amazing care of me, always taken amazing care of the players, the staff, and an absolutely heartfelt thank you for everything you've done, not just for me personally, which is probably too much to name already, but also for the community and for StarCraft itself. So thank you very much, Dennis.